Yes.
Some agro-based industries use plant and animal-based products as their raw materials, and
Just
food
tell me the
processing,
names.
vegetable
Don't explain. Just tell the names.
industries.
Only tell the names of the industries. Don't explain them. On the
Okay,
basis of raw materials, how
agro-based
many?
and
Yes.
mineral-based industries where mineral ores are are primary industries that use mineral ores, and marine-based industries which use products from sea and oceans, and forest-based industries which utilize forest products as raw materials.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so on the basis of raw materials, we have four types of industries: agro-based industries, mineral-based industries, marine-based industries, and forest-based industries. Okay. Anyone else? Tell me the classification of industries on the basis of size.
Small scale and large.
Small scale industries,
Yes.
large scale industries.
Small scale industries and large scale industries. So let us just revise also with us at the same time. Okay. Yes, Ishita, can you explain the difference between small scale and large scale industries?
Ma'am, in the small scale industries, the products are manufactured by hand. For example, basket weaving, pottery, or other handicrafts.
Yes.
And in the large scale industry, higher technology is used, and for example, silk weaving and food processing industries.
Silk weaving and food processing comes under small scale or large scale?
Sorry, small scale
Small
industries.
scale. Yes, that is small scale. And production of automobiles and heavy machinery, that comes under large scale industries. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, yes, Parneet, you tell me the classification of industries on the basis of ownership. We have read only two yet out of these.
Private sector industries, joint sector industries, cooperative sector industries, and public sector industries.
Yes, right. So private sector industries are what? Which are
They are
owned.
owned by individual or group of individuals.
Yes. Okay. Like if I want to open the industry, so that will be my own industry. So that will come under private sector. Or if I want and I want you as my partner in the industry, so then also we both will be the owners, and that will also come under private sector industry. Okay. Public sector industry. So you know the word public means. So when public comes, then that means it is related to the government. Okay. So
Government.
public sector industries are owned and operated by the government, like Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and this SAIL Steel Authority of India Limited and HAIL. Yesterday I was asking, Shaurya was telling. Did anyone
Bharat,
find? Yes, the full form of
Bharat
BHEL,
Electricity
BHEL,
Limited.
BHEL Purini, BHEL Industry.
Bharat
Bharat
Heavy
Heavy
Electrical Limited.
Limited.
Yes, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. So these are big industries that work under the government. Okay, and if anybody is working in these kind of factories, or if you also get employment in these industries, so that means you are a public servant. You are working under government sector. Okay, so that is your government job, and the workers who are working in these industries at higher level officers are there, they are getting very good salaries. So you can also try in these industries. Okay, later on. Then joint sector
But we
industries.
don't have age.
Yeah, you don't have age. I said later on in the future, not now. That will be called child labor then, if you will do now. Okay, so third category under the basis of ownership is joint sector industries. Joint sector, say, you can understand from the name only. Joint means sometimes what happens that the individual and the state. Okay, for example, like now government is there, and in some areas uh, it is doing partnership with Ambani groups. Okay, so then government and some rich affluent person, they deal with each other, and then that industries will be called as joint sector industries. So that will be owned and operated by the state and the individuals or a group of individuals. Okay, joint sector mean it is the combination of private plus public. Okay, joint sector is the combination of private plus public, means here any individual also or the state, if the state feels that in this industry I want to give one department or one share or some you can say some shares of the industries to some individual. Okay, so then the government can give, so that will come under joint sector industries. Now like example is there Maruti Udyog Limited. So Maruti, it is a joint sector industry. Okay, in this government is also involved and one person is also there, I don't remember the name now. So he is also in the partnership in this Maruti Udyog Limited. Okay, that falls under joint sector industries. Clear? Then fourth classification is the cooperative sector. Cooperative means when so many people are involved in this sector. For example, you know Amul milk you buy from the market. Amul doodh pita hai India. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
can
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
tell me the full form of Amul? Amul is itself a
Anand
combination of
Milk
letters.
Union
Anand
Limited.
Milk Union
Anand
Limited.
Union
Yes, very
Limited.
good. It is given here. It is Anand Milk Union Limited. Okay, the full form of Amul. So Amul is a cooperative sector. How it is a cooperative sector? Because it is owned and operated by the producers or the suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. Now you know that milk comes from where? Milk comes from the buffaloes or the cows in the field or from the farmers who are rearing the livestock. Okay, so under that, there also labor is working. So the farmer is paying the money to the laborers for getting this for the milking process. Okay, then after the farmer is selling this into the milk factories, for example this Amul. So farmer is also getting paid for this. Okay, the company is paying to the farmers, and then further the industry where this packaging is done. So here also after that the sellers are coming to buy from the factories. So then they are also paying to the factory. So it is a chain of, you can say, the retailers. Okay, where this buying and selling process is going on. So this is called a cooperative sector. Cooperative sector means from the very beginning, the people who are involved in this process, they are selling their products and they are getting paid for that. So it is a cooperative sector. Cooperative sector means where so many people are involved who are producing also, and then supply of the raw material and the workers who are working there. So there's a chain of groups who are people who are working and they're getting paid for that. So that comes under cooperative sector. Clear? So under cooperative sector, this Amul, you can say Anand Milk Union Limited and Sudha Dairy also, it is also well renowned dairy. These are a success stories of a cooperative venture. Clear? So on the basis of ownership, we have four types of industries. Private sector, completely by the individual or group of individuals. There is no involvement of the government. Public sector, completely owned by the government. No private sector interference is there. Then joint sector is combination of both private and public, and cooperative is something where the chain of retailers is there, chain of buying and selling is there, and all are getting profit from that. So for example, Anand Milk Union Limited, okay, Amul Milk, and Sudha Dairy is also an example. So these were the classification of the industry. So we are done with the classification. Now next is factors affecting location of industries. Factors means now you know it is not possible. वैसे थोड़ी है कि मुझे if I feel okay this is the place I should put up an industry here. Is it like that? Can you do that? No, we cannot.
No, ma'am.
Not even anyone. कोई भी नहीं. Nobody will just put up industry anywhere. So there are some factors which have to be looked upon before setting up the industries. So which are those factors which one has to look upon? So there are so many factors like here written are there, like raw material, Okay, so first of all, the person will see that the place where he wants to set up the industry, that is it accessible by the people who will bring the raw material, कि वहाँ पे raw material की access होगी कि नहीं होगी. What, for example, उसको which factory he wants to, like cotton textile industry is there. Okay, example ले लेते हैं, cotton textile industry. So now he will see that first, what is the raw material for the cotton? Cotton is the raw material for the cotton textile. Cotton is the raw material. So then he will check that whether cotton will be reaching to his industry or not. Okay, that will he will see. First of all, he will get it confirmed. Then second thing, labor. So labor is also required. So then he will see that whether that place where he wants to put up the industry, that at that place sufficient labor is available or not. अगर वहाँ पे labor ही नहीं है काम करने के लिए तो वो खुद थोड़ी सारा कुछ कर लेगा वहाँ पे. Okay, so this thing is also important. Then power. Power means what? Power means electricity.
Electricity.
Yes, power means electricity. So this is also an important factor. So you know, because in the big industries, everything is operated with power. So it is not possible to operate the machines with hands. सब कुछ हाथ से तो नहीं बनाएंगे. It is not the small scale industry. So we are talking about a large scale industry in which power is playing a main role to operate all the heavy machinery. Okay. Then next is capital. Obviously, capital. Now if I don't have money, so I cannot even think of starting up any venture or any industry. Okay, so capital means money. So the person or any group, if they are thinking to set up the industry, so they should be strong enough financially uh, to take care of all the expenses which will be there in setting up the factory. Okay, that is called capital. Then land. So land means what? What do you mean by land here? Can anyone explain this point?
A large property.
Ma'am,
Place to
Place
set
for
up.
setting up
place
the
where they have
industries.
to set
Place
up
for
the
storing and
Place required for their industry.
Yes. So land means the land where he wants to put up the industry. He should check whether which kind of factory should be there and how much land is required for setting up. Means is the land sufficient to take care of all the things? Okay, that how many parts, you know that in the big factories how much area is covered by the factories, and there have separate units कि कहीं पे एक processing. So you know in the industries there is stepwise processing of the products. So one unit is there, and second unit, third units. So there are different units of the industries which have to be put up. So for that, land is also an important factor which has to be checked before setting up the industry, that whether sufficient land is available or not. Then next is transport. Very important. Transport, how?
For taking the raw material to industries.
Definitely, for bringing the raw material and taking the finished product to the market. So if there is no transport, so then it will be very difficult for the owner over there, that how he will transport the raw material and how he will transport the finished product. So then he has to see that whether any railway line is there or any other this canal system is there where ships can go. So he has to check the proper transport also, that it should be properly connected with the roads. Okay, then only it is beneficial for him to set up the industry. So all these factors are important. ऐसे नहीं है कि ठीक है भाई यहाँ पे मेरा land है तो I should put up the industry here. So it is not a, you know, you cannot take the risk, because industry is something which takes lot of money, so lot of capital is required. So it is not, you cannot take the risk like this only. You have to see, you have to look upon so many factors. So it is for you also, if anybody in future want to put up any industry, so all these factors you have to look upon first. Okay, market also. So market means, you know that what is the ultimate thing from which the factory or industry will get the profit from. So it will get the profit from that if the sale of all the finished product is gone into the market. So market is also very important here, that whether the market is available for selling the products or not. ऐसे नहीं कि मतलब कि 100 kilometers of distance they have to cover first, and then the market is there. Okay, so everything is means it is playing an important role. Then communication also. Communication means internet facilities, then telephone facilities, all these should be there, because they have to regularly. अब ऐसा नहीं कि वहाँ पे one person has put up the factory and there is no range, वहाँ पे मतलब calling के लिए कोई range ही नहीं है. So then also it is affecting the work somehow. If the person wants to talk to the seller, उसको wholesaler से बात करनी है, and he is not getting the proper network, so then also it is problem. So communication is also important factor of location of industries. Then water also, you know that water is something which is required by most of the factories. Most, we cannot say most, you can say 100% of the factories, they require water. Okay, for the washing purpose or any process, you cannot imagine anything without water. So water is also very important factor. So all these factors, I hope I have explained you nicely. So all these factors, communication, transport, land, power, raw materials, labor, capital, market, water, are important factors which affects the location of industries. So all these factors are first to be looked upon. So industries are situated where some or all of these factors are easily available. So first, the owner will look for all the factors, but if from all the factors, sometimes it is not possible that all the factors are easily available. Sometimes what happens, that first the industry is set up, and then afterward, you can say, for example, there is for example, you have set up the industry. Okay, now you are not getting sufficient you can say power over there, electricity. Government is thinking that only one factory, one industry is there, that why should we give the power to that industry, because only one is there. So then somehow you convince your friend to set up the industry with you. Okay, so then step by step what happens, that one industry, then second, then third, then fourth. So that means the whole so many industries come up at one place, that is called industrial region. Okay, so then the government think that fine, that there are 10 industries in that area, and if we are providing them power, transport, communication, and we are getting good tax from that area, because you know that they have to pay which tax, factories, industries, they have to pay which tax,
Property
corporate
tax.
property tax, corporate tax also. Okay, so they have to pay so many types of taxes. अब government को लग रहा है कि ठीक है, उस region, that region is there from where we are getting so much of tax, so that is good for them also na. So that's why then they will be providing proper resources to that region. So ऐसे ही industrial regions बनते हैं. So where one factory is there, वहीं पे किसी ने और ने उसकी उसी के friend ने, या anyone else can also put up the factory. So that becomes like this, it becomes industrial regions ऐसे बनते हैं. And industrial regions, then the government look, then they think that fine, we are getting good taxes from that region, so then they provide all the facilities to that area. Okay, so sometimes it is like that all the factors are priorly available, but sometimes there is a group of factories, and that is called industrial region. Okay, and then the government also look into their profit, and they provide all the resources to that region. So sometimes the government provides incentives like subsidized power, lower transport cost, and other infrastructure, so that industries may be located in backward areas. Now see, now you know that if we talk, now if we say that all the factors play important role. Now you know that if you compare the urban area and the rural area, okay, so in the urban area, more facilities are there, you will get all these factors there in the urban areas. But what about in rural areas? So anyone, no one, you can say no one will be wanting to set up the factory in the backward areas. कोई नहीं करेगा ना ऐसे तो, because he will say that I will not get enough resources, so why should I go and take risk in setting up the industry in backward area? So then for that, what is the solution that government want? Government चाहती है, government wants that there should be industries in the backward areas also, Now for that, government provides incentives. Now what are incentives? Anyone? What are incentives? Incentive is something that is given to encourage, okay, to encourage someone to do something. Now you know that if normal factory is there, so that has to pay so many types of taxes to the government. Now what government does, so government provides incentives. Those who will be setting up the industries in backward area, उन्होंने बोला कि ठीक है आप अगर backward area में जाके industry setup करोगे, then we will give you electricity at lower rate, we will give you transport also, that will also at lower cost, and other infrastructure also which the industry require. So that means there the industry will be in benefit. Okay, so the company, the industry uh, need not to you can say need not to take so many risk over there. Okay, because the government is helping the industry, government is compromising, government is cooperating, government is providing electricity at low cost, transport also at low cost, and other infrastructure what the company industry requires. So this is the way how the industries comes in backward areas also, because for that government is helping the industries. Otherwise you also know that no one wants to go to the backward areas and set up the industries there. Okay, so that's why their government is helping the industries. So industrialization, wait, yes, Balpreet, who's
मैम
there?
गवर्नमेंट उनको लेस रेट पर क्यों देती है?
Because government, see, what is the sole aim of the government, what is the role of the government? To make the country developed. It is the role of the government only na, to provide employment opportunities, to make the country develop. So how will that development will come, how will advancement will come? Only then if they will provide the employment opportunities at that areas. Because see, if any at any backward place or area, if any industry comes up, okay, then what is the benefit of that? The people who are living near that industry will get employment in the labor class, or if they are educated enough, then also at the higher post. So that means ultimately what is the, you can say, benefit, that it is decreasing the unemployment, it is providing employment opportunities to more people, and it is the role of the government only na. So government has to provide employment opportunities, government has to look upon that how they can make the countries develop. So that's why government is helping, because it is you can say to update the status of the country is the role of the government only, it is the job of the government. So that's why they are doing it. Okay, I hope it's clear. Then industrialization, see, this is the last point, which is the explanation of your doubt. Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. So if at any town, if it in any town industry is coming, so that means it is providing more employment opportunities to the people who are living there. So ultimately what will happen, if people will get employment, people will get money. So if people will get money, then there will be development of their family also, their standard of living will raise. If their standard of living will raise, they will become educated, they will be able to live healthy life and happy life. And healthy and happy life is what, it is the successful life, no, that is the development and growth of towns and cities. It is all interlinked, you can say. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept. Fine. So these are the factors which affects the location of industries, and sometimes the government also help the industries to set up at the backward areas to uh, develop the country or for the growth of the towns and cities. Clear? Now next is industrial system. So we have done in the previous chapter, in the agriculture chapter, we have studied farm system. So in the same way, this also works like that only. So there we studied ki farming may be, there are some physical inputs, there are some human inputs, and then processes are there, and then you get the crop or the yield, that is the output. Same way here also in the industrial system, Inputs are there. So inputs is what? Input is the people who are working there in the factory, who are furnishing the raw material, who are getting the raw materials, and then step by step that raw material is getting finer and finer, and ultimately the finished product is the output. So processes, the machines which are working there and the labors which is working there, that are processes, and output is the finished product that you get from the industries. Okay, so this is the industrial system. If you take the example of cotton industry, okay, so cotton industry, you know that first pick up the cotton from the plants, then it goes into the factory. Okay, then ginning process is there, that the seeds are removed from the cotton, then cotton is made finer, and then it is sent to the this thread factory also, where thread is made from the cotton, and then that thread is sent to the cloth factory, where the cloth is made from the thread. Okay, and then when cloth is made, then it is sent to the garment factory, where from the cloth clothes are making. Okay, you know cloth is a piece of cloth that is unstitched one, and converting the cloth into clothes is the finished product that we wear. Okay, shirts, trousers, everything that comes under clothes. Okay, so this is the cotton industry. So input is what? Input is raw material which is coming, labor which is working, and cost of land, transport, power, what all is required in the factory, that is the input. And processes are what? Activities that convert raw material into finished product, means all the processes which are going on in the factories, that are all coming under processes. And what is the output? Output is the end product and the income earned, means how much profit the industry has earned by making the finished product, by selling that into the market. So end product is the finished product and the income earned. Okay, so if you see, this is a chain which goes on, like growing the fibers. Okay, first the plants are grown, and then harvesting the fibers. Okay, harvesting is done, then ginning and spinning. We are talking about cotton industry. Okay, this is the example of cotton industry. First growing the plants, then harvesting the fibers, harvesting the plant, then ginning and spinning. You know the process of ginning, you have studied in 6th standard. Ginning and spinning, removal of the seed from the cotton. Then knitting. Knitting means making the thread from the cotton, then processing, then cutting, making trim, means making the cloth from the thread, and then trading. Trading means after the cloth is ready, so then people trade with each other. The garment factory comes, and then they take the cloth for making the shirts and the t-shirts or the trousers. So this is how the process of industrial system, we can say. Okay, this is the industrial system, that how it works. Clear? Any doubt in industrial system? Very simple. Same way, input, process, and output. Okay, then next is, this is the important thing to understand. So when we are talking, since the beginning we are talking about industries, types of industries, industrial system, then location, factors. Now you should know across the world which are the industrial regions, across the world also, and in India also, that there are some regions which are known as industrial regions. Okay, so what do you mean by industrial region? I told you previously also, industrial region, when in any region a number of industries locate close to each other to share the benefit of their closeness. Now how can they share the benefit? I told you in the beginning, just now I have told you. Can anyone tell me? When in any region a number of industries locate close to each other, I told you that when one industry is there that is not getting proper resources from the government, then what happens? Then more industries comes up in that area only. So they are located close to each other to share the benefit of their closeness. Means if so many industries are there at one region, at one place, at one area, then what they can share? Now which benefit they can share? Now, if, for example, one railway line is crossing from there, so that railway line will be used by all the factories, no, for sending the finished product to the markets. Then if electricity line, So you know that if one electricity line is coming, that is providing electricity to all the factories. So that's why when in any region, a number of industries locate close to each other to share the benefit of their closeness, that is called industrial region. Okay, industrial region where so many factories are there and they locate close to each other and they share the benefit also of their closeness. They share the resources. So that is called industrial region. Now, which are the major industrial region of the world? World के major industrial region कौन से हैं? It is Eastern North America. You know about the world map. Okay, this is here not clear, so see this one big one. So here you can say which is the first one, Eastern North America. So you know where is America. Okay, this is North America and this is South America. So Eastern, which is the east side, this is the west side, and this is the east side. Okay, Eastern, and this is North America. So North America, which part of North America? This black region which is shaded. Okay, so the black region is the industrial region, and the pink shaded part is the industrial belt. Now what do you mean by belt? Region means a small area. Belt is a series of industries located in that area. Means it forms a belt. Okay, you know otherwise what is the meaning of belt? So belt is a long strap. So same way, world industrial belt means a long chain of industries in that area. It is larger than the region. Region is small, belt is a long stretch of area. Okay, so in the North America, which part? Eastern. So Eastern, we are not talking about belt. Okay, don't focus on the belt, just focus on the region, industrial regions of America. So first is Eastern North America, this black shaded one, it is Eastern North America. Then Western and Central Europe. You know where is Europe? So this is Europe part. Okay, so Western, here this one, Western and Central Europe. So this is all wait, yes, so Western and Central Europe is also you can say this one. Okay, this and this, these are all industrial regions. So some part of Europe also, that is Western and Central, and some part of North America, that is Eastern North America, also is industrial region. Then Eastern Europe also. So means you can say this all Europe, mostly full Europe is an industrial region, Western, Central, Eastern. So in Europe, most of the industrial. So see, this is pink shaded. It comes here, black regions are less, but see the pink shaded world industrial belt means this is full shaded pink. That means it is a belt of industries, means this area is full of industries, Europe. Okay. Then Eastern Asia also. Eastern Asia, which is Eastern Asia? So this is full Asia. We also fall under Asia. India is in South Asia. Okay, so Eastern Asia is this one, China region. So China is also full of industries. Clear? So this is when you talk about the world. So major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America, Western, Central and Eastern Europe, and Eastern Asia. Yes. Now industrial region. Now if you look carefully at the map, अगर आप map को carefully देखो, this pink shaded region is coming under which area? This is which region? Is it tropical or is it temperate? Can anyone tell me? This pink shaded region, see here also and this also. Is it tropical region or is it temperate? Yes, it is temperate region.
Temperate.
Yes, it is temperate region. So tropical is not suitable for setting up the industries. So temperate region is suitable. So you see, industrial region tend to be located in the temperate areas. Mostly the industrial regions are in temperate areas because their climate is suitable. Okay, for that, for setting up the industries. Or it is near the seaports. Why it is near the seaports? For the transport of the raw materials and the finished products, and especially near coal fields. So why these industries are near the coal fields? Why the industries are mostly
Easy availability of
For
coal
availability of coal.
easy availability of coal, which is a raw material for most of the mineral based industries. Okay, so this is all about the world industrial regions. So we will not continue, we'll stop here.